Last time we said that there are two types of causes, and the way we illustrated this was to bring out a geologic formation like the Grand Canyon. Everyone can see the Grand Canyon. You've probably been to the Grand Canyon. You know what the Grand Canyon looks like. But when you have to posit what caused the Grand Canyon, do you need an intelligent being to cause the Grand Canyon? No, a lot of wind, rain, erosion could create a canyon, right? The Colorado River over a long period of time could do it, or a great flood over a short period of time could do it, right? But can everybody see the difference between this geologic formation and this geologic formation? Mount Rushmore. That certainly was not created by wind, rain, and erosion. The faces on Mount Rushmore, right? That was not done that way. You know there had to be intelligence to create that geologic formation. And so what we're saying, with regard to the two types of causes, the Grand Canyon is a natural cause, but Mount Rushmore required an intelligent cause. That's all we're saying. And you'll see that when the arguments take place between the atheists and the theists, or the atheists and the Christians, the atheists are saying we're only going to consider natural causes. So if science is a search for causes, when they're searching for causes, the only type of cause they're going to search for is a natural cause. They're going to rule out intelligent causes before they look at the evidence. It's called philosophical naturalism or methodological naturalism, the technical term for it. So they're just going to say we're not even going to look for natural or for intelligent causes. Of course, theists, Christians, are open to intelligent causes as well. Now let me be very clear here. There's no atheist who's going to try and tell us that Mount Rushmore was a natural cause. They, of course, will admit it required an intelligent cause. But when they start looking at life, they're going to rule out intelligent causes. They're going to say, no, it's got to be a natural cause. Even though they'll admit intelligence was required for a Mount Rushmore, they're going to say, when we get to life, sorry, we're only going to look at natural causes. Okay, so that was point one. So when we're doing science, we use forensic science, or when we're looking at where we came from, we use forensic science to discover if we were designed or if we evolved. This key distinction is what people always miss in this debate between whether we were created or designed and whether we evolved through natural processes. So we need to keep this in mind because this is absolutely critical. Now, how do we actually use this in a scientific question? What caused an unseen past event? How do we know that we were designed or we were evolved? How do we know that? Well, let's take a non-life issue. Let's take Mount Rushmore, right? We know that Mount Rushmore was created by an intelligent designer. How do we know that? Because we saw people do it, right? We have video back in the 20s or 30s, wherever they created Mount Rushmore. We saw the sculptors out there, and we, in all our experience, only observe sculptures coming from sculptors, intelligent people. We never see wind, rain, and erosion do this. Let's go back 500 years. It may have been earlier. I don't know how old. These were Buddhist statues in the hills of Afghanistan. And these statues, by the way, were maybe 30 or 40 stories high. These were very big statues carved right in the side of a mountain. And the Taliban actually blew these up prior to our invasion of Afghanistan. Why? Why do you think they blew them up? In a land of Islam, you don't allow this kind of thing. This is an idol, right? This is blasphemous. So they ultimately blew these things up, okay? But the question is, even though we didn't see anybody create this, we know that a similar structure today, if it requires an intelligent designer, it must have required an intelligent designer yesterday. I mean, if wind, rain, and erosion can't create Mount Rushmore today, why should we expect it to create something similar to Mount Rushmore in the past? They assume what's called the principle of uniformity, that causes in the past were like those in the present. That if it takes intelligence to create a Mount Rushmore today, it must have taken intelligence to create a Mount Rushmore yesterday, or something similar to it, okay?